It's so easy in business to get angry and frustrated and blame someone or something else instead of looking within. And business is about going from mistake to mistake to mistake and fixing it and smiling and saying, "Oh, I effed that up. Okay, I learned this is how we do this." And I know now that if I have never done something before and it's the first time I'm doing it, I'm going to screw it up. Whether it's cutting celery, cutting a carrot, making vegan mac and cheese, or creating a yoga program, the first time I ever do it, it's not going to be the best I could do. And so I know that speaking with integrity, having patience, and allowing it to unfold, trying not to control it, and then the best version of me and the best version of the business and the best version of the brand will always put its best foot forward. I don't know. Be its
Yeah.
best.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Growth Shift. Thank you for joining us. Today, I'm excited to welcome Doug McNish, Director of Marketing, Brand, and Business Development at Yoga at Play. Doug, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really looking
Uh,
forward to diving into your background, hearing about the trends and shifts you're seeing in the industry, and learning what's working and what's challenging. Okay, so to
there's
kick things off,
certainly, yeah, that sounds
yeah.
good.
So to kick things off, Doug, could you please introduce yourself, your role, and tell us a little bit about what you do at Yoga at Play?
So my name is Doug. My role is human being. I am a father to a beautiful 10-year-old boy. My work for, well, gosh, from high school until the age of recently was as a chef, entrepreneur, author, cookbook. I opened a bunch of restaurants. I did licensing and brand deals. And I have transitioned completely over into working to teach kids mindfulness and yoga and developing brand and business and marketing.
What inspired you to make that shift from chef to wellness and yoga?
Ooh. I started really young in restaurants in high school and didn't understand about health or well-being at all. Long story short, 2022, end of 2022, I found myself about 325 pounds and I was type 2 diabetic and I did not know how I got there. And that was my third kick in the pants to try and change my life around and grow and become healthier. I mean, long story short, lots of push-ups later, lots of CrossFit classes later. I've lost about 140 pounds and reversed my diabetes, and I'm very physically fit now. And I have come to realize in my life that nothing is more important than mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Nothing else matters to me.
Sure. So, what do you do for Yoga at Play then?
So Yoga at Play is an emerging brand. We are located here in Pennsylvania, where I live, just outside of Philly. And we are in many schools right now. And we go into the schools and we teach the kids about yoga and play, mindfulness and fun. And we also have a studio here in Narberth, Pennsylvania. We call it Penguin Valley. And we specialize in aerial yoga and mindfulness classes. And we work and we strive to teach kids that they are enough no matter what and that they have everything they need. We really emphasize play and fun. And I think even us as adults, I know, not think, I know even us as adults walk around with these titles and these letters after our names. And we think that everything is so important. And I've come to learn that play is arguably the most important thing in life, and we try and pass that on to as many as we can.
Absolutely. That sounds like an amazing venture. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening in the industry right now. As the director of marketing, what are you doing specifically to build brand awareness, gain
Yeah,
clients? What is your
yeah,
approach?
yeah, that's a great question. I've been doing social media myself for 10 or 15, well, 15 years, and I've watched social media change so much. And I can say that currently, right now, in this time, it's all about divisiveness and fighting and politics and Trump and Hamas and religion and you're right and I'm wrong. And, growing a brand that is built around love and self-love and play and happiness and youthfulness is a challenge right now. We can post "I love you" and get no one comment. I can post about the current president of the day and get thousands of people telling each other they're wrong. So we're going in a direction for the end of this year, 2025, going into next year of trying to use emotions in a positive way and trying to have people stop on social media the same way they would stop and say, "Oh, you're wrong." We want them to stop and say, "Aw, that's really beautiful." We want them to have that emotional connection with us that makes them feel good and feel seen and feel heard. And I truly believe it is possible because I do believe that social and email and everything, it's built on these negative emotions, but emotions are emotions. And, I think positive emotions can have just as much of a impact in our life as the negative ones can. So we're really trying to build around that right now.
So, over the past 6 or 12 months, have you seen any major shifts in how people find you guys or engage with you?
Any major shifts? Well, I mean, like I said, we could post about the president or the prime minister or whatever's going on, but that's not my interest and that's not our interest. So it takes a little bit more work. Unfortunately, today is also a day, this is currently end of November 2025 as we're filming this, and Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call them, Twitter, everyone wants just money to do sponsored ads. And once again, I believe in organic growth. I believe in building community, and it takes a bit longer. There's less instant results. We could send Meta $1,000 and they're going to send us 100 contacts. Great. Now what do we do? Well, we still need to build community. And I come from a world in which that I never paid for media. I had this whole chef career and I did it through building community naturally. And I truly believe still that is the way. So it's like fish swimming uphill or upstream, I should say. It's like we're trying to fight. Like Meta every day is like, give us money, give us money. And I'm like, nope, nope, I'm going to make people smile. You just smiled.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so kind of building off of that, what's something that's working really well right now that you'd like to build on?
That is a great question. In person communication, in person connection, in person putting down the damn cell phone and saying, hi, how are you? Really, that's awesome. Explain. Going to events, seeing people, having kids throw a ball at me. Like a little squeeze ball, they'll just throw it and they start to smile, play. I believe that after years and years of social media, and I don't think social media is going anywhere, they have such a tight grip on us. But I believe after years and years of social media, years and years of COVID and staying home and washing your hands, I think people want to get dirty again. And I think people are craving this connection to get out and see each other and put down the cell phone and actually look at each other in the eyes and smile. So I really am going to keep going with that. I think it's a beautiful way to market and promote brands. And I know people are craving it. They need it right now more than ever.
Yeah. Can you share a success story or milestone that you're particularly proud of and what contributed to that success?
You mean in business, right?
Yeah. At yoga or elsewhere.
Well, I could speak from my experience when I was young. When I was younger and I was building a chef brand, I went out every day and I worked hard and I talked to people and I listened. And that years and years of talking and listening to people and actually caring really built a huge community for me. And it was an absolute beautiful experience. And so, I think that's something I'm trying to do again, flash forward now to the future. And it's the same thing. So, whether I'm selling scrambled tofu and French toast and pancakes with organic maple syrup and kale salads or kales and new beef t-shirts, or it's a yoga mat or a water bottle or an organic whatever, it's really about building that community and putting in the work and actually caring, really truly caring and seeing people. And so I know it worked before in my career and I know it works again. People need that connection.
Yeah. Well, on the flip side, every business also faces challenges. What have been some of your biggest growth or scaling roadblocks at Yoga at Play?
We don't talk about the president. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. We don't talk divisiveness. We don't post half naked women or men. We don't create any of that negative emotion that everything uses right now to get clicks. And that's a difficult challenge because I could go on and I could post about Trump or Hamas or this or that. And of course I'll get thousands of views. And, not going with that is definitely challenging and there's a great book I read years ago and it was a newscaster in Chicago and she got sick of telling sad news all the time. And she wrote a book about positive news and she showed the science of how that doesn't sell. It literally doesn't sell. What are the thing we need most as human beings though? It's not to get angry. It's positivity, it's love, it's joy, it's light, it's all these beautiful things. So I know it's possible, but going uphill against the CNNs and the Foxes of the world is definitely challenging. And I'm from Canada, so I could say CBC and CTV. No matter where you are, you're always going to have these opposing views and opinions. And then the other thing is just getting people's attention. Unfortunately, it is an attention economy, and clickbait and ads and half naked people and swear words and all these things. This is what grabs attention right now. And so trying to be authentic and genuine in our messaging and our tone and what we're trying to deliver is challenging without using the aforementioned, clickbait.
Sure. So when those challenges arise, how do you typically approach solving them?
I think one of the great things about my past experience in hospitality is it allows me to, whenever I was opening restaurants or I had a restaurant, I would always put myself in the guest's shoes. I think that, whether it's a plate of food or a reservation email or whatever it is, hospitality is so much about people. And so I'm a people person. And so when I'm creating something, I want to think, okay, what is their experience going to be? How are they going to view this? And so coming from a world of hospitality, coming from a world of restaurants, coming from a world of making sure people are happy, essentially, it transitions really well into this. And, whether, again, like I said, whether it's like coconut crusted French toast with organic maple syrup and tempeh bacon or a yoga class with breath work, it's essentially we're trying to sell an experience and we're trying to make people feel really happy and seen and felt and heard.
Yeah. Looking ahead, where do you want Yoga at Play to be in the next 6 to 12 months?
Oh, that's a good question. Arguably the most important thing. Right? I want to see more parents be like, oh gosh, my kid really learned how to deal with that because of what you all are doing. And that was really beautiful. I want to see more people smile. I think that's really what it comes down to. In 6 months, I'd love to see more smiles.
All
Right.
you
It's
need
like,
is love, right?
I think that we all walk, or all of us, me included, I am a chef. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a cookbook author. Life is really short. And I think we need to remember that we're here for this short ride and that while we're here, it's up to us to make sure that we smile and we have a good time. No one else can do that for us. Spreading that love and spreading that light. I'm a hippie. It's about making people smile. I mess up. I get angry. I get whatever, frustrated. Even today, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling kind of angry right now. What's going on? I went for a walk. Being able to share that with others and just making them smile and understand that life isn't easy and life is going to have all these challenges. And especially for the kids, I think that's what I'm trying to do here is just help make those kids feel seen and help them understand because that's going to help grow our world.
Okay. So, looking back at your career, whether it's Yoga at Play or as a chef, what's one or two key lessons you've learned along your journey? Something you wish you had known earlier?
Oh my gosh, something I wish I would have known earlier. Always speak with integrity. I think that it's so easy in business to get angry and frustrated and blame someone or something else instead of looking within. And business is about going from mistake to mistake to mistake and fixing it and smiling and saying, oh, I effed that up today. Okay, I learned this is how we do this. And I know now that if I have never done something before and it's the first time I'm doing it, I'm going to screw it up. Whether it's cutting celery, cutting a carrot, making vegan mac and cheese, or creating a yoga program, the first time I ever do it, it's not going to be the best I could do. And so I know that speaking with integrity, having patience, and allowing it to unfold, trying not to control it, and then the best version of me and the best version of the business and the best version of the brand will always put its best foot forward. I don't know. Be
Yeah,
its best.
I like that. Yeah, well, this has been such an insightful conversation. Thank you so much for joining me today, Doug. And before we wrap up, anything else you'd like to share with us?
Be kind to people. Everyone's going through a really hard time. And it's like one of my favorite quotes is be kind for you don't know what other people are going through. People walk around with a smile on their face and they're not smiling in their heart. And we all of us, I do it too. Hi, how are you? I'm okay. I'm good. Anyone that knows me now, I don't ever say that. I don't ever say okay or good. I encourage people to say how they are. If you're not feeling good in that moment, tell someone. If you're feeling great, say, I feel ecstatic. And just be kind. Kindness spreads like wildfire. It spreads more than anger. It spreads more than hate. And there is this study that I just read yesterday, actually, that spreading kindness is actually better for your own mental health than it is for others. So it's like you're making someone else feel good and you're going to feel amazing. So I don't know if that's hippie or whatever it is, but that's how I'm living the second half of my life.
Sounds like a great plan. Doug, where can our listeners find you online or learn more about Yoga at Play?
Yeah, sure. You can do, we're all on all the social media channels, Yoga at Play. We do Instagram, Facebook, and then we are at yogaatplay.com. We have a blog, we have an online store, and soon we'll be taking over the world too. So I'll be able to say the world. But yeah, all the regular stuff. We're at yogaatplay.com and all the social media channels.
Great. Doug, thanks so much for being here and sharing your story. I really enjoyed your energy and your insights and your story. Thank you for being here.
Thank you,
And
my
for everyone
friend.
listening, thank you for tuning in to The Growth Shift.